Ooh, hey, how's it going? Vinny Mono here. I'm a filmmaker, a photographer, and I wanted to talk about like my favorite photos I've taken on my Fuji TX4. I just got this camera recently and oh my gosh. Um, One thing that I truly have been enjoying about the Fuji is the film recipes. Um, the photos that I'm looking at right now, here I'm popping up right here, I've taken it on the Fuji recipe, how was it? Kodak 400. And then just like playing with other simulation recipe that is. I am an avid Sony and Canon shooter. And so I spend a lot of my time editing photos and making sure that it's looking great, especially for the campaign, for a client of mine, or just what I'm doing for work. And so I needed, like, why did I get the Fuji? I wanted the Fuji because I wanted to test out just the ergonomics of it. I've shot with Nikons, I've shot with Panasonic, I've shot with a lot of different cameras, but I haven't really put out the Fuji. And so I had an opportunity where I saw a really great deal and I was like, okay, let me hop on this. And I did. All right, the first photo I took is of me heading to the train, me in the train station, um, heading to, where was I heading? It doesn't matter. I was just in the train testing this out. And I just love how the colors of my skin pop so beautiful in this photo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Our next photo. Now this is the Portra 400. I think it's Reggie's Portra 400. And the way that I like to take photos is that I love to, because I'm a filmmaker, my first thoughts when it comes to photography is how can I turn this shot into like a moving image? So I think of like decreasing the shadows and allowing the light to tell the story. So I love this shot. I love the detail. And this is straight out of the camera. I have not edited this at all. And that's one thing I like about the Fuji is that I can just take the photos that I want to take and not have to spend time in post to make it look like how I actually envision it. All right. I was heading to DC. That's where I was heading. So this photo here was taken with a 16 to 80 millimeter lens. It's a zoom lens at f4. I remember I had to crank up the shutter speed because I wanted to get this shadow, a straight line shadow here. Um, and whoever walked on that light would be able to just glow within my camera. And this person ended up doing that. I think I took maybe like 3 or 4 shots, but this is what I ended up going with. Let's go to the next photo. Oh yeah, composition is my friend. I just love how this is right in the center. Oh, and it says game over. Man, I love the detail. And also the grain in this is just perfect. All right. Um, this lady's looking at me like, what am I doing? Oh, one thing about Fuji that I've recognized, like this camera needs a lot of light to take great photos. I mean, unlike Sony, like the Sony A7S Mark III Beast, Sony A7 Mark IV, Sony A7R IV is also an amazing camera. But like the Fuji, the Fuji needs a lot of light. And so I also love this photo. Um, the building over here, this is the Capitol in Washington, D.C. And this photo was taken right outside of Union Station. And I just saw this person like just sleeping, like probably the best seat in the whole entire district, to be honest. But the granite's not comfortable. Definitely not. If I fall asleep there, I'll probably tip over. Um, I love the detail. I had my shutter speed, maybe like a 500, and my ISO probably like a 100 or 200 because it was a sunny day. And my aperture definitely looks like it was maybe 11 to get this nice shot. I love the details and the grain. Ooh, this is a wide shot. Dang. Sorry, I haven't looked at these photos in a while. I took this back in December. And so it's one of those things where like I just take photos on my Fuji and I just kind of leave the SD card in it. I don't really share the photos. Um, because for my in my professional life, I am editing photos nonstop, or I'm on set directing videos. And so a lot of it, I spend a lot of time being on set or in post-production work. And so the last thing I want to do for fun is edit more photos or look at my old photos. But this is super cool. Like I can just picture this like a movie scene, like an intro of like a suspense story. And I think that the Reggie Portra 400 does give you that feel, especially when you crank up the aperture. You really just have this like movie feel, and oh, look at the details. I mean, I'm not shooting with the house up on. I can't hit that wall there. Cannot afford that wall there. I love seeing the details within this shot. I love his composition. And that's it. I only got 4 photos to show you all. So those are my like first couple of photos that I've taken in the Fuji TX4. And if you want to see these photos and like you want larger photos as well, I'm gonna share a link where you can check it out. All right, well, remember, you can take great photos with any camera. It's all about composition. I had to think about that for a second. Maybe 3 or 4 videos down the line, I'm gonna do a video on me taking photos on a digital disposable, non-disposable camera, which only has like 8 megapixels. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next one.